What's good, everybody? Next, we're back with some more World of Warships Legends. Today, we have just about the most technical destroyer match you might see. This is a pretty cool match, and I'm not bigging it up because it's my match. It's a cool little match. I'm not gonna commentate what's happening in the match though. I'm just gonna use it as a backdrop, and we can have a quick conversation. Something that I keep getting asked now that I do a bunch of these videos and I'll do some live streaming and stuff like that on Twitch, which you can follow me on twitchtv.com. Oh, the descriptions of everything will be in the description below. I get a lot of questions about what is the best destroyer and what's the best commander build and all of these things, right? And I think it's cool that people are asking questions and they're trying to find, the perfect ship for their style. And so I ask them, what's your play style? What do you like to do? And I figure there are about four different styles of destroyer in the game currently. We have stealth torpedo boats like the Yudachi, the Japanese. You have the opposite, which would be like the U.S. and Navy, which is like all guns, right? It's the exact opposite. But I consider them more like support ships. Um, and then you have your strikers, which are like the French ships, which are hard hitting, quick to get in, and then they get out, and they're just decent all around boats. And then you have the hunters, which would be like the Germans and the British, and that's the ones that doing baby. So you have a number of options when you are choosing what type of ship you want to have. I'm sure that somebody somewhere is already in their feelings about the categorization of boats, and that's okay. We can have a friendly dialogue about these things, but friendly, because I'm really good in these boats. I play all of them, so I'm telling you from a position of I'm trying to be like I'm trying to share information. You know what I mean? Not being like authoritarian. I'm just saying, if you're in a boat that can pop smoke, then um, then you're in a position to hide in smoke or have an escape. The French don't have that, right? So their power is being like a strike. They come by, they hit hard, and they leave. Or they can play the background and shoot. Um, Stealth torpedo boats, their power is in being hidden and laying a wall of torpedoes into ships until they collapse, right? Like we're watching here. Um, the support boats are like if you look at what this Flint is doing in smoke over here, that's what a Fletcher would normally be doing, right? It pops smoke and it fires on enemy cruisers and battleships. That's what those ships normally do. If a Fletcher came around this island right now and spotted me and I spotted it, it would pop smoke and it would be trying to shoot me. If this Colorado was not here, it would immediately lose spotting of me and I would drive away. That's why I say it's not a hunter. The difference between that and um, like a Moss, even or a Z-23, is because the Z-23, the German destroyer, could have twist and track and sonar, which means it'd be able to chase me through my smoke and dodge my torpedoes along the way. That's hunting. There's a difference. You can shoot. Sure, if you can shoot me so long as you can see me, but so long as I don't shoot back, I'm just gonna disappear in a few seconds. So, you know, that's the difference between a hunter and and a support ship, and that's not a bad thing. Uh, I only spent this extra time because I get so much like headache from people trying to tell me these things. Um, but in the torpedo boat, I'm never afraid of a Fletcher. because I can see you coming, right? And that leads us to our next part, which is commanders. If you build your ship to maximize what your ship is good at, then your ship is going to be better than its stats. You know, you're going to be running that ship fully optimal to what it's good at. Um, like if you and you'll notice I only talk about destroyers. I know a bunch of stuff about cruisers and battleships, but I don't tell those guys how to do. And look at that guy. He just that torpedo died right in front of the York. That's hilarious. I don't tell those guys how to do what they do. I mean, I have fun playing some battleships and I have fun playing some cruisers, but I fully understand the difference between uh, the impact of a specific commander on a specific ship, because I test out so many builds. I'm constantly testing stuff. So I'm trying to save you guys some Commander XP, and I'm trying to save you guys some promotion orders. So take that as you will. The way in which you build up your ship and your commander will directly impact how it'll perform. So there's no best in that way. Um, the biggest and strongest impact actually comes down to the person holding the controller. How you play will dictate how that ship is going to do. Because some of these ships are incredible. They're like just fantastic ships. These are not screamer torpedoes. This whole round, these are normal Kagero speed 71 knot torpedoes. These just have good range. And I've been pretty close to a number of these ships, right? And it's about being calm and understanding the flow of the fight. I knew this guy was going to rotate. I saved a salvo of torpedoes for him to finish him off. It's calculation and understanding your ship and understanding your build. Um, and so if we also add the last part that I think is really important for a number of players, this is not a true simulator. You know, it's not a true simulation. This is a game based on some form of history, but it's not a true simulator. So if you play the game and get frustrated about certain things that are just not part of the game's mechanics, I can understand the frustration. But you have to, if you're gonna get frustrated about that type of stuff, you have to also remember how many times did you shoot in a round? How much ammo did you go through? Like in real life, ships had limited ammo. They had limited amount of time they could be on the water because they had fuel and they had to feed the sailors. Like there, there's so much more to what's happening here. This is a game. The sooner you realize how to win the game, the easier it'll be. Um, which brings me to another part. Please, if you've done anything, um, try other builds. You gotta test other builds because the reality is, uh, there are some folks who are just repeating stuff that they've done before and they just repeat it, and other people do it and they keep doing it. For example, like a double concealment build. A double concealment build might make sense on maybe a stealth boat, but I'm still against double almost anything unless it's part of your your core power for your ship, right? Like my Yudachi, I only have one concealment person on here. I have Bay. I'm at 4.7, right? It's about what are you trying to do? If I had Swarovski, I'll test them out. Watch, when I get Swarovski, I'll test out a double concealment. If if I can get this ship down to 3 kilometers in open water, which I feel like there's going to be a natural bottom out. Double concealment has a reduction in value on return. You're better off just bringing Bay to 16.3 or 16.2 and getting some strong concealment and treating your ship with you know, some survivability. Give yourself some speed. Give yourself some more accuracy. Consider other options is what I'm saying. Don't just regurgitate the stuff that you've heard and assume everything and test the stuff I say. You know, have a smart argument against some of the stuff I'm saying. That's cool too. Like, I popped smoke for the Atlanta and this battleship. I didn't pop smoke for myself. I never got spotted this round. I understood the flow of the battle. And there's a difference between just doing things because others have done it and knowing how to do things. There's a huge difference. All right. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. I look forward to some positive conversation. You can disagree with me. That's fine. However, let's stay cordial because at the end of the day, uh, we all trying to have fun, right? And I'm focused on destroyer mains. I mainly play destroyer. My numbers are in a previous video. You can see my stats. I'm in the top 13% of all XP earned. Top 13, top 22 in all kills. I have 2,200 torpedo kills. Before this video, I have 133,000 torpedo hits. All right, so I know a little bit about torpedoes and battle and destroyers. All right, so as always, I appreciate you guys. I cherish everyone who actually got this far, and if you did get this far, please consider subscribing, following. That means the world, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.